The power of transformation is in our love. We've got each other, and God's got us. Power of transformation is in our love. We've got each other, and God's got us.
What's going on? What's going on, man? Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is truly most definitely the day the Lord has made. You understand me? And guess what? We might as well rejoice and be glad in it. I ain't gonna murmur. I ain't gonna complain. I ain't gonna have no pity party. You understand me? But the fact remains is that the good Lord up above, Almighty Creator, the one who's omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, allow me, you and I, to open up our eyes on this very morning, and that's more than enough to give him glory, honor, and praise. And that, you understand me? And I'm serious, and that's my beautiful, lovely wife, the most fabulous, voluptuous, virtuous woman, you understand, who can find a good thing, you understand me, for her prices far above rubies, you understand me? Who can find a wife, you understand me? He that find a wife findeth a good thing. He ain't say she that findeth a husband find a good thing, but he that findeth a wife. So I found my good thing.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
As always, he's what he does best. Act silly.
All right. Go ahead on, baby. Go ahead on. I'm chilling.
We're glad to have you guys here. We is doing an episode today on marriage and conflict. Yes, marriage and conflict. You supposed to do applause with that, baby.
Oh.
And today we're doing something different. We have a special guest. I'll be introducing them to y'all shortly. But we want to talk about conflict, marriage and conflicts that's in our marriage. So we're going to expound on that. We got two guests here today that we're going to speak with, and that's going to join us in on the conversation, and we're going to get this thing
Popping. Yeah.
Popping.
That's it, popping.
That's it, popping. Popping.
All right.
So we have the lovely, beautiful Mrs. Cora Allen and her husband, Mr. Jamie Allen.
All right. There it go. You understand me, you hear me?
That's Cora and Jamie Allen. Yo, of course, you can introduce.
I am the stand-up guy, comedian of the world, Jamie Allen, the one and only, a.k.a. Bush. I see you.
He's a clown of my guy, and his beautiful wife, Cora.
And I am Cora, affectionately known as Coco by family.
Yes.
She said affectionately known by family. You understand me? I thought you'd only be affectionately known by your spouse. You understand
I
me?
know family can be affectionate.
Where maybe from where y'all from, they can't. I don't know, but there's nothing wrong with what she said. Don't mess with her. Leave her alone. But we thank you guys for being on our podcast today. We appreciate you guys. So we're not gonna play around as my husband like to do. I like to jump right into it. So we're gonna get right into this conversation with you guys. So the first thing I would like you to tell our audience, how long have you guys been together?
We've been together going on 9 years, married 1.
9.
Oh my
Yes,
God! So y'all been
9.
together 9 years?
Yes.
Okay, so y'all been together 9 years, and y'all only been married for 1 year. Well, it's about to be 2 years.
It's about to be 2
About to be
years.
2 years, yes.
Okay, so y'all wait this month. Matter of fact, right?
This month, on
So
April
y'all-
25th.
Yeah. So wait, you looking a little
We
puzzled
just
over
got
there?
married last year.
No, y'all got married before that, right? What year did y'all get married in?
April.
Oh, I said what year?
April 22.
They got married after the year with us.
Yes, we got married with membership.
No, first off, they
No,
did
we
not
didn't.
get married the year with
We
us.
was after
They got married.
April 2021.
The
Yeah,
year
they
before
got
us.
Yeah, they got married the year before. So you all in the business and the Kool-Aid and not even the. But listen, it's okay because men don't usually, and this is good because this will cause a conflict if, as y'all
Yes.
notice. This is definitely one of those things that will cause a
Drink to that
conflict, right? Because a lot of times men don't remember, right? Men don't remember like the days that they're not in tune with women. They're not in tune like women are when it comes to that type of stuff. So that's one thing, as y'all can see live recording, guys, that that can really cause a conflict, right? Because as you see, Cora's a little bit upset because she want her husband to, at least remember when we got married.
You know, he said right there, he said April. You
And-
understand me?
and-
And
yeah.
you was right on point, you understand me? You said April and I'm with you, understand? You ain't she didn't say
but
when
it
you,
was
she just
April.
said
It
when
was
you got
April.
married.
No.
You wasn't wrong, you
No,
understand me?
I
You
did
said
ask. I
April.
did ask what year they
Yes.
got married, and the reason why I asked what year because I do know. And let me just say this.
I better get you in,
It
months
just
separated.
seemed like it was yesterday we just got
Damn,
married.
God doggone right. You
So
understand
see,
me?
now that was a conflict resolution.
It seemed like
That was a
yesterday.
conflict resolution because he came with something really good to
It
kind of.
seemed like yesterday.
It
It
just
do.
seemed like yesterday.
It do seem like
we just got
yesterday
married.
because off camera, me and Cora had a conversation about marriage, right? And about how long she asked how long me and my husband was married, and I told her we've been married about 15 months now, and she was like, "Really? I thought you guys was at 2 years," and I'm like, "No," I said, "You guys are about at 2 years." And she was like, "Dang, but I thought we was at 3 years." So I mean, it's easy to kind of forget because when you
It's easy for us because we got married on the 1st, January the 1st. You understand me?
yeah, so
it's easy.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
we got married because somebody kept pushing the wedding back. Back.
Uh-oh.
And she wanted somebody special there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing.
He had to take off from work to be there.
Well, I mean, shucks. You know, that's my ride or die. You know, my boy.
Please,
All right, so let's just do this. Why don't you guys take me back? Okay, so we established how long you guys been married. So take me back to the day that you guys first met.
Wow. All right, let's see. I'll tell the story because my wife's gonna think this. She's gonna tell a dry story. So it was, matter of fact, I would say around 2015 we
Okay.
met.
Okay.
About around there, I was working at Walmart as on the sales floor.
Okay.
I want to say her and Ziggy came to the store. They was on my
But
aisle.
Zig is your nephew, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They was arguing on the floor with each other. Well, they wasn't arguing with each other. He was in some conflict, and I overheard it with one of my coworkers, and we was just laughing. And I said, "Man," and I approached them like, "You're gonna go do this and do that," and she was like, "Don't do that like that. You got to do it a different way. If you get into an argument with somebody, you never go to their house. They always come to you. So you have the right of way if they come in your area to do what you're gonna do." And then she left the store. Then I want to say maybe a couple of weeks later, she come in the store with you in my line. I was on the cash register at the time. Then she
She's
was
up telling that story, boy.
That's good.
she was acting like she didn't know who I was at first.
Right.
She
right.
was just shy, just standing there acting like she didn't know who I was.
She would always flirting.
Man, I ain't never see you
And
that
being
cheesed up.
Flirting and being
She
extra
said
nice.
I was just
But
doing
I'm gonna
my
let you
job.
finish the
I was just
story.
doing my job. I'm a people person. I like to have fun and talk to people, even when they don't want to talk. I make them talk. So she was trying to hurry up and run out of the store, leaving bags and everything. So I had to chase them out the store to let them know they forgot their bag.
Yes.
And she was acting like I was chasing after her.
Which is not a bad thing.
Which is not a
you
bad
know?
thing, but at the same time, I was just trying to be polite and return the bags that she was running
Right.
out the store trying to hurry up and get away from me.
And I think, from my opinion, she was doing that because she was into you too. So let me just throw that out there.
She probably was. I don't want to say she was or she wasn't. She was. I think she was feeling me. She just didn't know how to say it.
Okay.
And then you came back, gave me her phone number. At first, I was hesitant because I thought it was your number at first. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was your number. Like, She come bring me her number. Then she said, "Oh, this is my niece's number." I was like, "Okay." Then why she didn't give it to me? So she was shy, trying to hurry up and get out the store. I said, "All right, I'm gonna call her." Sure enough, I won't lie. I waited a little couple of minutes till I got after work. Then I called her.
Oh, so you called on the same day?
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Yes. On the
I don't-
very same.
I don't
Okay.
waste no time. You give me a
Call on the
phone number,
same
you
day.
get called.
Oh, all right.
That's how they work. You give me a number, you get called ASAP. Ain't no such thing with wait 2-3 days. I don't know who set that standard or that rule.
Yes.
That's not a rule for me.
Heard that.
You
So
get called on the same day ever since then. We've been together, rocking it for these last going on 9 years.
okay. So Corey, that pretty much sums it. Like that's the way you see it. You know how you guys met.
Yes. Yes.
And at the same time, what grew my attention? The buns. That body.
Lord Jesus.
Oh my goodness, the bonds.
And if I would have known that. But no,
I was
the
attracted
story,
to that body.
the story is accurate, but you were being very, very, very extra nice, very flirtatious, and to the point I was like, oh, this is excellent customer service. So my aunt had to remind me we were at Walmart and not Target, and that you're not going to get above and beyond. That was the best thing that ever happened because
Oh, so you like the cornbread and collard green.
A lot of cornbreads, the collard greens, the backpack.
yes. But it was the best decision that you have made because Lord knows I was not looking at that point in my life where I was like, I'm just trying to grow my relationship with God. I have
And it wasn't
basically,
always.
And it was a either.
no,
it
I'm
was
being
a-
honest. I have
That's
really
not what they
liked-
always say. That
It was a either or.
I can't speak for everybody else, but I was really heavily into my Bible, heavily into
And
God,
let me-
heavily into my
Go ahead.
intimate relationship with God.
And let
And
me
when
say
my
this.
husband did come along, I really was not looking for anything.
And let me say this. Normally when we find a person that's right for us, that is where we at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We in our Bible and we focus on God and that
You was in your Bible when you met me?
And in that moment, yeah, I was really focused on God real hard. You know, me and you talked about that. Like I was listening to R.C. Blake heavily.
Oh, yes.
I remember I was listening to
So you
R.C.
connected me through my spiritual father.
So no, that was just
Me?
something I was doing during my time, and I was listening to
I made
his
a proposal
heavily.
she couldn't refuse.
And see, he sound like who that was, Shane. What's his name? That podcast that we watch all the time. He said he made his wife a proposal that she couldn't, refuse.
It was
So-
it all.
so
it
that-
was-
For shuckers.
Yeah,
Suckers,
sleeping for
David
suckers.
said.
So I heard him recently just say that he made his wife a
yeah, I made a
proposal that
proposal she couldn't refuse. It's either it is or it ain't.
Oh, not easy. Not. He did not just say either it is or it isn't.
She tried to friend zone me. So
Yeah, because
Oh.
he wanted like full commitment. He already said I was going to be his wife. I thought he was crazy.
That's a man who know what
But
he
that's a man
wants.
who know what they
Man,
want.
I ain't got time. He said you saw the
Like,
bugs.
we gonna be-
He ain't got time for all that, baby. Look, you understand me? I'm hungry right now. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, he did
You understand
this
me? I ain't got time
I
for
ain't
all
trying
that.
to be no
You
friend.
understand me?
I'm 28 years old.
I saw you, and that was my sign. I said, Lord, give me a sign. He sent me a sign. You come up in there, and okay, that's my sign right there. You understand me? Thank you. I'm
You know
like,
what they
thank
say?
you,
You
Lord.
always send them in twos, so I got it in twos, not threes. The second time was the charm. I don't need 3 strikes. Give me 2.
Right? Okay.
It either it is or it ain't. She tried to friend zone me. I denied that one.
Okay. So he denied the friend zone. So
Yes,
She had no choice.
so y'all have kids, right?
Yes.
Y'all have 3 kids together. Give us a little bit about y'all kids, the age and stuff like that.
12,
12,
7, and almost
tomorrow, 1 year old.
1.
Okay, 1 year old. So you told me you've been together 9 years,
Yes.
right? You have a 12-year-old.
Yes.
So that's not together.
That's not together.
Okay. So okay, how is that?
It actually
How
went-
is what?
How is that? With you having, when you met her, she already had a kid, right? You have any kids outside? No.
No.
Okay, so when you met her, she already had a kid. All right, and then y'all had 2 kids
Together.
together. Okay. So how is that relationship, with you, with the kid that was there before you? So he was about 3, right?
4.
Or
was
4.
four.
So he was still fairly
was
young.
Connected 4
Okay.
going on 5.
Okay.
How was that? Let's say
And the reason why I'm asking because I know you don't look at him as being a
my
stepchild.
stepson. I don't
So
believe
that's
in
why
that
I
word.
brought that question up and I
Yes.
did that
I
and
don't
you know I wanted
believe
you
in
to
that.
expound on
I
that a little
fully
bit.
think that he is fully mine.
Right.
I don't believe that he's a stepchild, stepson.
And
I
you
look
wanna
at him
adjust
no
that.
different than the other 2.
Exactly.
So-
And I know that. That's why.
And
I
that's
wanted
one
to
thing
bring
I
that.
do love and respect
That's,
about
that's
you
the
from day
difference.
one. Yes.
So
Very good.
So we
I
don't
don't-
use stuff at
I
all.
don't know.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't even believe that.
All right. So to my viewers that's watching, I don't know how many of you guys are actually in a relationship or a marriage where you have kids. Leave a chat, leave a comment down below. How do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like the child is not considered a stepchild or whatsoever? Because me and Ramon, we both came into a relationship and we both have 4 kids apiece. So we got a blended family of 8, right? And I'm the same way. Like I don't look at the
I don't
children.
look at them as steps.
I don't
You
really
know,
look
that's
at them
my
as
son.
stepchildren.
I hate you.
Yeah,
I knew,
it's kind of hard
I
to
knew
look at
when,
them like that.
when I stepped into a relationship, I knew what it already was. So there ain't no such thing as I'm gonna come up in a relationship half-assed. Excuse my language, people, but I'm coming to a relationship. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it full commitment all the way through. It's not gonna be I'm gonna treat him a certain way. I'm gonna treat this with this way, or this and that. All of them get treated the same way.
and
with
and,
me.
and that's good that you came into it with that mindset, because I do know that is a conflict. That can be a major
Yes.
conflict in a marriage
Yes.
when you have children and they're not by they're outside children, and you have to raise those children together. Especially I don't think it's as bad when they're young, because they grow up, seeing the other parent as their parent.
Yes.
But then when they have an active parent in their life, because to my understanding is the child parent active
Not
in
the
their life.
not
Okay.
the biological.
So with him not being active in the child life, it seems to me that it makes it a little bit easier.
Yes.
It
some-
kind
Yeah,
of,
and
but
now-
then the other
because-
don't, because he's at the age where he's curious.
Yes, he's curious. He's
Okay.
starting to ask questions now because
Okay.
he wants to know.
Oh,
He,
okay.
he's at that age, like he really wants to
You
know.
know, and I don't stop him from asking that age. I
Yes.
just say it's something that you're gonna have to deal with when you get older.
Yes.
I don't have the
So,
answers for that because
Right.
you have to deal with that when you get older. You have to question him about it.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
that's
something
how-
that I can answer for him
Okay.
because I'm here and he's not.
Right. So do that cause any type of conflict with you guys
It,
at all? In any shape, form, or fashion?
More conflict
No,
within myself,
no.
not with him, but with me because
No.
it tears me up. Me just like, cause my son is having these questions. The whole household name is Allen.
Okay.
His last name is different, so we're in the process of hyphenating his last name. So he has questions, but he loves his last name too. He loves his last name.
He don't want to change it.
He
so I'm
doesn't
like,
want
I
to
can't force
change
you to
it.
change your last name.
But he have like such an innocence. He's really just trying to process like, okay, this is my dad. I know this is my dad, but why isn't this other? Even when he does talk to his
Why isn't
biological
he, in my life, why
father,
he doesn't he
he's
come
asking
get me
him
or
questions
nothing?
like, this is the things that my dad do to me. He takes me, we do A, B, and C. Where are you? Like he's asking some real hard-hitting questions because he's a teenager now.
And he is that. So another question I would like to ask you guys: do y'all have? Not do y'all have? Let me say this. What are some major, conflicts that you feel that you have in your marriage
Okay.
that you feel comfortable enough to discuss? I see you over there thinking, Jamie. He over there thinking, babe.
I'm
What's the
honest.
question?
Truthfully, I'm an honest. What you
So
say?
the question
See if
is,
we're on the same page. 'Cause I think
Truthfully, I think it just boils down to probably finances and family.
Yep.
wow, finances and family.
Yes.
Finances and family.
Okay, so if you don't mind, like, kind of expounding on it, on the
Well,
finance.
Okay, me personally, when I grew up, I never really had. So
Okay.
I'm understanding them that I'm okay with that.
Gotcha.
If I don't have it, I don't have it until I can get it.
Right. Okay.
My wife, on the other hand, she wasn't, she was probably raised a little bit different than me because if she had it, she gonna still have it.
Well, yeah, Corey, you can kind of touch on that because give us a
Yes.
little bit about your
So,
background a little bit.
My
'cause you
background,
come
I grew up with, a grandmother who had her own business. She worked like my dad's side of the family was well educated people. They believe in entrepreneurship as well as my mom's side too. My mom's side was more like hustlers. They were working women, educated women as well. But what my husband fella realized is I grew up having and just our children. I'm thinking about building a legacy because I honestly saw how one generation have messed up what a future generation has built to leave for your children's children, children, and one generation can come along and just wipe it out.
My mind frame, I would never tell you, I never thought I'd be where I'm at now
Really?
in the long run.
Okay.
Never thought I'd be where I'm at. Whereas
Okay.
my career wise, where I went from working from Walmart and I kindly escalated and moved up.
Okay.
So I've never thought that I would have this trajectory to keep going up. So, my mind frame was always stuck in right now. Was never future wise.
Right.
I was never thinking what I'm gonna leave behind, when I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do this, and that it was always right then and there.
Okay. And now all of that is
Now
changed.
all of that is changed. So now I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to get to here. And don't get me wrong, it's a struggle for me because I never thought of that
Right.
in my own mind frame. So at the end of the day, I'm struggling trying to figure out, all right, how can I be better and do this for them? How can I keep moving forward instead of moving backwards?
Gotcha.
So that's my main focus. Is how can I succeed when I wasn't worrying about succeeding?
Sounds good. All right, guys, we're going to come back and get with you guys right after this commercial break.
Check out Royal Culture's amazing unisex t-shirt and hoodie sets with knit shorts and hands-crafted designer bags that are designed to enhance kings and queens culturally. Perfect for every occasion and available in all sizes. Check out our Instagram at Royal Culture 75 and visit royalculture75.com and buy yours today.
Hey, we back, you understand me? God doggone, you understand me? We back, we back, we back! You understand me? Got doggone conflict in marriage, you understand me? I've been got doggone live quiet and everything. But guess what? I'm just sitting here and I'm like a sponge, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just laying up there, I'm like a
Soaking it all in.
sponge, and I'm letting my wife orchestrate everything, you understand me? And it's all good. You already know what it's in it for.
So if y'all notice, this is our second couple that's
Guest.
been our second guest that's been on our podcast. And if you think about it, Dr. Carter loved to let me engage with the guests. Because, during that time he likes to fiddle around over there and put his oohs and ahs and everything. So he don't really be hearing what's going on and stuff. So this segment, we're gonna try to have him a little bit more So that's conflict resolution. But again, we're talking about conflict in marriages, and we were speaking with Jamie and Cora, the Allens, and they were discussing finances. So that was and what I do know is that is a major conflict in marriage.
Yes.
Finances. And you mentioned finance and family.
Yes.
And I know family can be another major
Wow. Yeah.
another major
Yes.
thing. But before we get to the family portion, I want to ask Jamie another question, Jamie and Cora, another question on when you speak about the finances, like what are some of the steps that you guys are taking to resolve that conflict? Right?
Is just better management.
Okay,
of
better
the things
management.
that we do, but that's where it comes with family and conflict. When we say
Okay.
family conflict, all that bothers to one because at the end of the day, you try to do certain things and you want to help this person out, and you constantly want to keep helping and keep helping and keep helping, but at the end of the day, it turns around that it keep you in your
Yeah, honey.
yes, and then you be stuck out looking crazy like. Hey, I needed to pay my light bill. I needed to do this. Can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? Now I'm taking out my finances and the money that I needed to take care of my household to help you. And then
So-
at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I'm not worrying about no return on the finance. It's just the part that I'm trying to help you at the end of the day, but then you turn around and you do me this.
So basically, you feel like if I'm doing things to help you,
Yes.
you're not looking for a return, but you're looking for a return.
So
That's kind of what it sound like a little
so
bit.
You're talking about like with people?
Like with family. So
I can go ahead.
go ahead and expound on that,
Because
baby.
I have different thoughts about
It's
that.
not. It's not a return. It's a more of a say. Hey, Jamie, thank you for helping me. Hey, man, look, you need any help? It's just the fact that you can come and ask me
But
if
you
I
can't.
need it.
I know exactly
But
what
guess
you're
what?
saying.
It's not that I'm looking for a return. It's the fact that, hey, man, look, I know you helped me do this and such and such. Hey, you good? You and the family good? Y'all okay? You don't get that return to where you checking to see if I'm good for the help that I gave you.
But you know what it is? See, you have a good heart. I'm at the point in my life
Who have a good heart?
where,
Okay,
like
all
because
right,
he
okay.
helping.
Yeah, right.
I'm at the point in my life where the most powerful word that I use, have in my vocabulary, is no.
Pause for
I appreciate. I can't do it unless unless my household is is like it's supposed to be. Then maybe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I have it to give, I mean, I ain't looking for a return.
And
right?
that be the thing also. And then your family members that look at you, they act like you got it going on. You got money. You
That's
doing
always
this.
the case.
Well,
You and your wife
yeah.
you and your wife both work great jobs. You got this. Y'all got that. Y'all can help. Y'all can do this. And you hear the comments that they make.
See,
But the thing about that is, if I must say, what people have to learn, family members, they may look
Yeah.
at you and see that you doing this and you doing
Yeah.
that, but don't count my pockets.
Right.
Right. And what I make and what's for me is for
Right.
me and my family.
Right.
I work a good job and all that for me and my
Right.
family. That don't mean I work to take care of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what a lot.
And that
that's
go
why
for
a lot of
grown.
the guilt be
That
trying
even
to come in there.
right, but that even, and I know y'all don't have grown children, but that a lot of that has to do with you. I know you're saying family, but your children be your family too. And a lot of times you have that burden of your older children, your adult children feeling like, well, you my mom, or you need to be able to do this and do that, or you my dad, you should be doing this and doing that. And don't get me wrong, I feel like everybody should help one another,
Yeah.
right? Especially your children. You know what I'm saying? But when you got people that's ungrateful, basically what you saying,
Ungrateful.
it's hard to extend that hand to them
Right.
when they're ungrateful like that. But I do know Cora got a soft heart over there.
Yes.
And that's
I
where the
speak to that.
softness come from.
So my thing is this: I look at it like my blessings is a blessing to be a blessing. This is something that I was really taught. I am a giver, and this is something that I have been working on. I can honestly, I really have been working on saying no, and it hurts to the point that I'm crying. My husband looking like, you better hold strong. But my thing is this: if I give, I'm not looking for nothing in return, because it's not me blessing you. It's God using me as a vessel to bless you, or for me to look out. But what I had to learn was spirit of discernment, because sometimes I'm trying to help you, and guess what?
God trying to
Sometimes
teach you
God
something.
is trying to teach them a lesson, and by me trying
You
to be,
interrupted.
Savior, guess what? Now God is teaching me a lesson.
Yeah.
I done stuck my hand in fire. God like, no, you iron sharp as iron. They need to go through something. I'm trying to get them here, and here you keep on coming. So since you keep on coming, now you right along with them too.
And that brings me to the question I was about to ask. So for me, when it's time to give, or when somebody come at me to give or ask me do I have, because for some reason it's always like you got big money or something, I always pray first.
Me too.
I don't just give freely like that. Like it have to be laid on my heart. You know what I'm saying? To give.
For me to give, it has to be certain people.
See, it don't even have to be certain people for me.
right,
It
for
have
me-
to be it have to be laid on my heart to give.
It gotta be. I gotta really feel where you coming from for me to really give. It ain't something that I'm not just about to keep giving you and give you like my siblings, my
Lord
brothers.
gotta the Lord
Don't
gotta
get me
put it on my
wrong.
heart.
After my, I wasn't really giving my brothers no money, no helping my brothers. But after my mom passed, I was like, you know what? She wanted me to, be better,
Yeah, be better.
have a relationship,
Right.
try to do this better, because I was the only one out of the four
Right,
that she thought would be able to do that.
right, which is good.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to do this and do this. But in the end, my brother came to my wedding, cut up, throw this money in my face. Like after I just, helped you in a situation that you was in, you throw money in my face like you didn't need me. And my sister, now you need me when you need me. My other brother, he only need me when he want to talk to me. And I'm like, that makes no sense. I'm like, man, I'll call you, I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? You just call me and say, hey, what's up, man? What you doing? You all right? You good?
So basically, make you feel used. In other
Yes.
words, right?
Leeches.
Right.
However,
Yes.
God did turn that. God has turned it around because y'all been talking.
Okay. Okay.
It ain't
All right.
It ain't because
Okay.
it's my family. They don't believe in apologizing.
Mhm.
It's just a certain way that they do things, and I come to, I've been to understand my family, and I tell Cora that I know how my family operates. Been around them my whole life. I know what they do. I know who does what, who's not gonna do what, who do this, and So I know them as a person and as a whole.
Right. I got you.
So I know what they expect and what not they expect. And I tell my wife that, I say, babe, you can't believe that. My auntie, she's a liar. She's a habitual liar. She'll tell you 1,000,001 stories to come back and change that story like 4 times.
Okay.
So, some things you gotta read into, and I tell her, babe, read into the story before you do it. Listen to my auntie.
Right.
Every story,
Right.
that's why I go there and just be like, okay.
Right.
Half of the story,
Right.
I just be like, okay, some of it's true, some of it ain't.
Right.
She
I got
adds
you.
on to stories.
So we kind of went from the finances and we kind of drove
Drove a little bit
right
into
bit.
that.
Yeah, we kind of got right into the family part, which was where we was going at next. So we
Well-
kind of expound on that a little bit. So that's so do that cause conflicts between you and your wife?
I
In
would-
a sense of way, yes.
Yes, because I lost a brother. Just to give you background,
Okay.
I lost my brother over 5-6 years ago, and I lost my grandmother 6 months apart. So it's just me and my oldest brother. My mom has a mental condition, so she's not really in a capacity as like a mother-daughter. The roles is kind of reversed.
Right.
So it's just me and my oldest brother. But I am a strong believer in forgiveness. And sometimes just loving people in their place of where they're at because life is just so short. I lost my brother. He was so young, and I wish I could have those conversations where he could come over. We could get into it, have these disagreements, but I am a big believer in forgiveness. However, I have learned, and something that my husband has taught me too, sometimes family, friends are foe. Some people really just don't mean you any good. So sometimes you have to learn how to set up, respectful boundaries and
Cut 'em
love them
off.
at a distance.
Cut off.
Jamie said, "Cut them off." You sound much like
'em
my
off.
husband, which
'Cause
is
that-
how
and
most
it's-
men are.
And that's hard
most
for me.
men are
That
like
is
that.
very, very hard
She
for me.
said, babe, your cutoff game is strong. I'll cut you off like a cutoff season. Like, man, look. She said, your cutoff game is strong, babe. I said, how your cutoff game that strong? It's just, you gotta know when to say enough is
when
enough.
enough is enough. So my viewers that's watching, I'm asking y'all to leave a comment
Yes.
in the bottom if your husband or your spouse is like Jamie, Mr. Jamie, cutoff game is like that, huh, Jamie? It's
Yeah,
like
it's
so.
like that.
Just put cutoff in the bottom
This
of
is my thing.
in the comments
This
if
is
your
my-
cutoff
this
game is
what I
good.
always say. I always tell my wife, I say, I can love you from a distance. Don't mean that I can love you, but I'm gonna love you from a distance. I don't have to be around you to have love for you or to show you love. I can love you from a distance.
Right.
I don't need to be in your company. If me and you have a disagreement or whatever, we not speaking, that's cool. I still love you.
So
I can forgive, but I can forgive, but it'd be hard for me to forget.
okay.
And my thing is this, right? I'm just speaking on the Bible. Jesus really talked about this. How many times you should forgive? It shouldn't matter because we all have places to grow. Don't let that grudge or that unforgiveness hold you because you don't know what God has in store for you that moment and that time and that space. that was meant to happen. Forgive and let go and move forward. And the forgiveness is really not for them; it's for
It's
you.
not that I'm
It's for you
the
because
thing is
you feel better.
This is the thing you said. Forgive. I forgive, but I won't forget because if I forget, then I know it's gonna happen again.
Okay, that's like showing a person like once you know who they are.
Once I know who
believe
you
it.
are, I can't forget who you are. You already showed me who you are. I can forgive you for what you've done, but I won't forget what type of person you are.
Okay.
Because if I know you a snake in the grass, I'm not gonna forget you a snake in the grass.
Right, because all you're going to do is turn around and bite me again. Yeah.
I forgive you for what you've done to me, but I'm not gonna forget how you did it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. That's good. That's good that you put it like that because I just don't want you to.
I don't hold no grudge or dwell on nothing. I forgive you for what you've done, but I will never forget how you did it.
Exactly. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. That makes sense.
It does.
So, okay, so y'all kind of touched on that a little bit. Now, other than finances and family, right? Are there any other conflicts? Like, are there any other area of conflicts, or are those the main two areas?
I feel like sometimes outside influences, you just have to be careful. They will have like the enemy will come in different ways. Using certain family, certain friends. I mean, once you do say those vows, I feel like when we was living in sin, it was smooth sailing. As soon as we said I do, it was like
when me and Cora got together.
Hit after hit.
After me and Cora got together, a lot of families hated that.
What you mean after y'all got together?
When me and Cora,
Like after y'all got married,
No,
or
before
after
that.
y'all just got together when y'all became in a relationship?
relationship.
Well, let me say this.
Because Cora, but this was the thing. Cora was that person that everybody ran to when they needed something or wanted something. But once I got with Cora, all that stopped. And then they was like, oh, she got a new man, or this and that and that and that. So now it was a little bit of hatred and a little jealousy. So
Have
now,
y'all experienced that? Have y'all experienced that, like, within your family? Because I have heard that too. When I got with my husband, I so-called supposedly changed. I don't look at it.
So let me say this to you about that. I think every relationship or once you get into a relationship with somebody, things are going to change, right?
Yeah.
Things are supposed to change, right? And to answer your question, yes, I do experience that on a mediocre level, right?
Okay.
Because for me, when I'm in a relationship, my focus is that
Right.
relationship, right? But what I've come to learn, right, is that you have to have balance.
Yes.
You have to have balance. And as much as you love to spend time with your spouse and do everything with your spouse, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But you have to make time, for your friends, right? You have to make time, for your family. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, when you make time for your family and your friends, it don't necessarily, they will probably want it to where it's just y'all and your spouse is not around. You know what I'm saying? And not often do that have to happen, but it should happen. You know what I'm saying? It should happen. You should have your time where you be able to get with your friends. You know what I'm saying? But not often. So let me say this, because I've had instance where I was told that things is different since me and my husband been together and we've been married, but it's supposed to be. And I can't remember a relationship that I've known a person getting into where things didn't change or they backed off. But I must say this, the type of person that I am, I expect that to change. I expect that if Cora meet Jamie and Cora and Jamie is together, that now that's going to leave less room for us because she has a new spouse, she has a new thing going, and that's to be expected. So you got to be mindful of the people that is coming at you. Like I said, mine is on a medium scale. It's not nothing major for me.
Ours did die down.
It did. That was like in the beginning.
It was like on a high level
So,
scale.
Yes.
so did that cause conflict with, did that cause any type of conflict with you guys?
It did.
It did.
Okay.
In the
Well,
beginning.
I won't say the word. Maybe about 4 or 5 years it did.
Oh,
Yes.
damn, that long?
It was mainly her mama.
Yes.
Her
Her mom
mother
has a
really had it.
mental illness, though. So that is.
I don't blame her illness. Her mom really had a vendetta of trying to destroy us, destroy our relationship.
Yes.
Well,
She had it on her mind that she was gonna destroy Jamie, destroy your relationship.
well.
Every time she sees me, that's when her words come out.
Okay. But you did say one thing that's very important. Do you know what that is?
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
See the thing
So-
about
so-
it. But
It
see the
wouldn't
thing
even
about
matter
it is,
if it was you.
You know the
That's
thing
the-
about.
So that's what I'm
But
saying.
But
I'm
see,
saying
but
that
see the
because
thing about
it
no.
gets
See the thing about it is my family. Let's just say, man.
They
Compared.
well, let me.
I'm gonna be honest. Compared to
Everybody
her
does.
mom, my family way worse than that.
What? Okay, so listen. All right,
Don't-
all right. So
don't-
we ain't gonna go deep
Yes,
into that.
don't
All
go
right, so
deep
we're not
into
gonna go deep into that. You know, because people don't really know, how her mother is versus how your family is, and really, it's not,
That's not
It's
that
not-
important.
It's not
just
that
setting
it's
important.
not
up-
that important.
It's just the thing for me with her mother that really sets it apart. Is she knows when she's gonna do it and she knows how to do it.
Well,
And it started boiling the head because she started coming at me in ways that I was like, okay, calm down. Can you just go ahead and calm down? It's okay, try to talk.
Right.
And it started boiling to her head where she was getting a little bit more aggressive with it.
right. So that was causing like a major conflict for
Yes.
y'all. So did y'all do something like how would y'all handle it collectively? To keep from arguing and
Well,
fighting about it. Because I know
okay.
if my mom here and I'm having issues with my mom, my mom is terrorizing my husband. Let's just say, right? I don't know what position that put you in. You know what I'm saying? And we actually on the topic of mental health now, and that's not the corner we wanted to go in or the direction.
But it was just it was a conflict to where me and my wife was it was a conflict to where I was like, she can't be around the kids acting like this.
right.
She can't come around the kids doing this, but my wife only got one mom. I'm like, she
Right.
can't come around doing that.
Right.
She want to see the kids. She want to spend time with them, but you can't cut up and acting like the way you acting and cursing the way you cursing at them. And
It's
then
all about setting up like healthy boundaries, like healthy,
Right.
safe
and
boundaries.
Yeah.
And not and when you're dealing with
and it
mental
be a conflict
illness,
with me and her. Me and my wife but heads, and I tell her, I say, babe, you invite your mama over, she gonna cut up. She gonna
That
cut
is
up.
true.
She gonna cut up. She gonna cut up, and to the point that I'll be like, you know what? Whatever you do, that's on you. I got
Right.
nothing to do with it. I'm gonna be at work somewhere.
So for
Right.
me, I definitely prayed, went to God on it. Also, too, like I go and seek that. I'm a huge advocate for mental awareness, mental illness, but just setting up like a personal boundary and having that conversation and just making sure you set up safe and protective boundaries. And my mother-in-law was one of the best people on her. Like she understood because she also had a
Yeah,
mental illness.
My mother had
However,
mental illness
she's
also.
She took her treatment and everything for it.
She
so
took her
just
medicine. She knew when she was off. She knew when she was having an episode. She'll tell you, hey, Jay, I'm not feeling well today, Jay. I'll call you
But
back.
what I was
love you."
telling my husband that it just wasn't him personally. It was like anybody, even I could get into. So don't try to take it so personal. But for me, what I had to wind up doing is just set up
What-
healthy boundaries because we do have children.
When I took it personally, when her mama admitted that she was trying to destroy our relationship.
Yeah, she did,
wow.
but she
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 But
did.
I mean,
She
we
said,
have to
yeah,
know
she
our-
think they gonna be together.
Right.
I got a cake made for them.
Right, right,
I
right.
said, man, what, you trying to destroy us?
Yeah, well, we know that's not really the case.
But
That's not.
really, I think it
But-
just boils down to conflict for us. It's just communication with each other.
and knowing your partner's language of how they do.
It's not really language. Just my partner need to have a better understanding of some things when she don't know the things that she's talking about.
Elaborate on.
yeah, elaborate a little bit. Like if she don't know,
I don't know certain things. Well, why do I know certain things? Why do I know
Let's
certain
say, for instance, my job.
okay,
Okay.
I was a truck driver. My wife would try to tell me about truck driving when she never been a truck driver.
and why you became a truck driver? Just want to ask that question.
Yeah.
After working the sheriff office,
Wait, why you became a person at the sheriff's office?
You trying to? Well, allegedly.
I love you, baby. You can just believe that.
Allegedly, she said I followed in her footsteps. Allegedly.
It's
But at the end of the
okay,
day, I
it's
wanted to
okay.
better myself.
And
she said,
yes, and I
she-
made a very good
She made me
foundation
an
for
offer
him.
and said, hey, why don't you go and do this? You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
yes, yes.
It wasn't following
It's
her
good
footsteps.
though, because every
She
time
just-
I made a movie, he looked at it, he was like, damn, T doing that. Come on now. All right, I just wanted to throw that up there because it was cute.
You got
But
that.
She
yeah.
walked up and said she helped me do that. She gave me
Yes.
that.
I guess I can do that. That's my nephew. Hi. Hey, hi.
But far as my wife understanding, that's all. Just a better understanding of my, when I have my jobs. Certain jobs I do, my wife will be like, well, you got to do this, you got to do that. I'm like, but that's not how it operates.
Right.
It's
Cora?
certain,
My thing is this: my
The-
husband have a lot of potential. I'm always thinking about entrepreneurship. So
Right.
my thing is, if you're driving trucks, babe, how can you own your own truck? You know, my thing is always around that ownership, entrepreneurship. But I'm so happy that I learned something new today. That was never even your mindset. So so now that's helping me to come to a different light of understanding. Like, wow, I never knew that. But in my mind, I always was taught about entrepreneurship, about ownership.
it's
of
not
things.
about ownership. It's the fact that I can say, hey, babe, you'll come tell me, hey, why you ain't do this or why you ain't do that? Babe, that's not how that works. It works a certain type of way. Like at Walmart, I work. You know what I'm saying? I work. You be like, well, you're not getting all your full hours. It's really not about hours at the warehouse. It's about production.
Okay, yep.
The more the production is, the more hours you're gonna work. I'm supposed to work at least from 3 to maybe 2:30. But if I go to work and they say, hey, I work in the freezer department. Hey, guys, we only got 80 hours. Now you got almost 20, 25 people working
Trying to
on,
get 80
working
hours.
on 80 hours.
Right. I got
So
you.
if we only got 80 hours and we only got 12 routes, just imagine that's we load 2 pallets at a time a route, a trip.
So basically, Cora don't really know.
She
No, I
don't
don't.
know.
No.
And
So
that
I
be,
think-
and that
so
be
why
the
you-
hardest understanding for her because she be
And that's
well,
a
you not
conflict
getting
again.
you not getting all your hours. But I'm like, this is how many hours we have. We work off of production. If I go to work and they say, hey man, we only got 50 hours. Just imagine 25 people there. I'm not the only one that's going to go home after a certain amount of time.
Right.
Once we finish production, they say, hey, we have no more trips.
Right.
That's
Right.
it.
So Cora,
Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Right quick? Did you ever break it down and explain it?
I was just about to talk about
Did
that.
you ever break
Hold
it down?
on.
Did
Let-
you
let-
just? I mean, I
Okay.
just love how you just explained it like that.
But this
So
is
have
the
you
thing.
ever- have
But
you
this
ever
is
broke it down,
but this
explained
is
to
the
me like
thing.
that before?
Do you ever allow me to break it down and explain it to you?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so it's back on
Okay.
me again. I'll take my.
No, I'm asking. Do you ever sit there and allow me to break it down before you assert yourself and say, "Well, you're not getting enough hours. I don't know how this gonna work before you snap."
So,
I don't
so-
want you to
so-
So when I
Not
snap, you
snap.
shut down.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
that see all that happens in the communication, right? Like you say, if you snap, so it's for him not to allow you. You know, if you do a certain thing and you snap, he's like, I ain't gonna, so I just stay calm. It's like the boundaries, right?
Right.
And some things that I won't do.
Right.
I'm like, I know she gonna go off.
Yeah.
Like we got some
It is
situation
just,
like.
But I'm loving
it's
how
not.
you
It's
put
not the
this.
fact. It's the fact that when I tell I try. Hey babe, I come home early. Why you home early? Instead of her saying, instead of my wife saying,
Wait.
You're home. You're home. You're home.
Yes.
You're home.
Yes.
I sound like that.
Yes.
Wait, that's how she talk?
Yes.
That's how I talk.
That's
Yeah.
how she
Why you home?
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
she asked
She
you why
ain't
you home?
excited?
Yes.
So, wait, hold on,
No, it's
Paul.
not
Wait,
exciting.
so this is good and this
This
is
is
important.
some real-
This is
This
some
is
good
I'm
stuff.
being like,
Okay.
It's not. It's not
How
often.
do I sound?
It's
How do I
not.
sound?
It's not often. But sometimes she be like, "Why you home early?"
Okay.
It's not
So,
often.
all
But
right,
she
so if
does
she
get
said-
to that part
okay.
like, "Why you home early?" And, before I could even explain to her, "Oh, babe, you gotta find you another job. You're not getting all the hours you supposed to be getting. They lying to you and such and
Or
such."
she said that immediately when she found out
Yes.
you home. Oh wow. Okay.
So before I can explain before I can even explain, what's going on at the job, she didn't already went into full
Force
force.
commando
Yeah.
mode. Okay. So this is good because now we can kind of figure out,
Yes.
Bring
this.
solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we can get to the solution part
So
of this
is
major
my question,
problem.
though. Wait. I just jumped off like that, so I don't ask you like, okay, babe, what's going on?
No, before I can even say anything, before I won't, like I said, it's not often. There are times where why you home early? Why you home early? You only did 4.5 hours. What you gonna do in 4.5 hours? Instead, before I can even say, well, babe, we got off early. That ain't gonna work, man. We got our bills to pay and all this and this and that. Before I can say, well, babe, this is what happened with the production. We only got this many hours and all that. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. You gonna have to get another job. I'm gonna get another job for the summer or something like that. And I'm like, all right. I just like, all right. I just be like, man, look, I'm going to play my game, calm my head. Like, I gotta figure this out. You know what I'm saying?
So Cora, so when that happened, do that put? So do you realize like doing that?
I don't think
like,
she realized she
pressure?
does that.
Right.
I
So,
don't think
let me ask
she
that
realized.
question,
My
Cora.
thing, I don't think she realized she does that because me personally, I look at her as the head, the mind. I look at her as she's the financial person. I go to her when things need to be done. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not certain things I don't know how to do.
Right.
I would not lie and say I do.
Right.
I tell her that, babe, I don't know what I'm doing.
That's being
I don't know
real.
what I'm doing.
Exactly.
I don't know what I'm doing. Look, you're gonna have to do it. I need you to do it for me.
And
I
most
don't know what I'm
relationships
doing.
are like that.
You look at me as a head.
Yeah.
What he's saying, he's basically saying the way I see it, this girl crazy. So the way I see, he look at you the head when it comes to finances.
Oh, when it comes to finance.
He just said that.
Okay.
He just said that because he feel like you're more educated and you have it together more than what he do. That basically is what you're saying, right?
Right.
To sum it up, that's what he's basically saying.
Okay.
So I feel like you can't really just jump. But are you doing that when you get on? Why you on? What you
It's
doing?
the reason I keep on laughing because I know that is not how the conversation first initially started. Yes, it has escalated to that point where I am snapping because I'm asking like, okay, babe, you said that your job told you this amount of hours. Once you know that your hours is not working up right, and this is just how my mind is operating, right? Because wherever you slack at, that means I have to step up, right? And I'm trying to get us to C, but we stuck on A. So I'm thinking about, okay, we need to do B and C in order for us to get off of A. So I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? Did you ask them, why is it like this? You never really broke down and explained it to me like that so I can have a full understanding. What you tend to do is this. I ask you a question, you'll shut down and go on your video game. And that's when I snap. Because you'll be in your video game.
Right. So let me ask this question.
he trying
Because
to
a lot
keep
of
down
times
the,
he's trying to keep down
the
conflict.
conflict.
Right. So a lot of times, issues take place in our relationship and, one or the other gonna shut down. And it's bad when you shut down and not come to a discussion on it, right? Now I don't shut down, right? But I do pause, right? I take some time because for me, I like to process the stuff that's going on, right? So
I turn on all the lights.
he always talking about he turn on all the lights. He do, because if it's nighttime and that's happening, he turns on the lights.
Everything.
But if there's a problem, you can't expect, the other person, like if there's a problem and you don't let the other person know there's a problem, then it's a problem for you only, right? In order for it to be a problem that you guys can kind of come up with a solution for it, both of y'all got to come together, right? You got to be able to discuss what the problem is, and then now we can find a solution for it. But you can't have a problem, don't tell me about the problem, and then expect the problem to go away. That don't work like that, right? So for me, I like to process. So if a problem occurs, I process the problem, then I bring it to his attention. Then we discuss it. Then we come up with a solution for it, right? And then, once we come up with the solution, now you have to operate with the solution, right? When you start operating with the solution, the problem going to come again if you stop, right? If we come up with a solution for the problem, you got to stick to the solution, right? And expect that it's going to work.
Exactly.
You got to expect that it's going to work. Because at any point you start lacking in the solution part and not follow through what the solution is, then you're going to go right back to that problem again. And if you keep continuously going backwards and forward to the same problem, it's gonna become a major conflict.
Yes, it's like the bulldozer.
Explain.
It's like little pebbles, right? It'll start off real small, and then we just keep on, and then it's going to turn into something big, 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 big,
Like a
big,
water
guys.
dam.
Like
Yes.
okay, like a water dam. And another thing is, for us, we have to learn as black couples, right? A lot of times we want to wait until we at our very end of the ropes to see professional, right? When we already at the point of we want out, right? I don't think that's a good solution for our
Exactly.
problem. You need to tackle or get professional help
Prior to-
way before, when you start seeing a conflict that keep happening, you know what I'm saying? More than 2 times you see an issue, baby, we need to try to see some professional help because maybe our solution that we coming up with is not working. You know what I'm saying? So if we come together to come up with a solution that don't work, early on we need to seek help. Don't wait till the problem is to a point to where it's over with. Because now we sitting in counseling, and we know some couples like this. Now we sitting in counseling. You know what I'm saying? But the damage is so much is already done to where we at the point to where nothing he's saying,
And nothing
nothing
I'm
she's
saying
saying is making any
on-
sense. It's like we just sitting there just venting at this point
It's on deaf ears.
on deaf ears.
And that's the crazy thing. It's never on deaf ears.
Well, no, it's
Well,
not.
that's
no.
how you make me feel. So
No,
when I do
because
talk
when
to
you-
you calm, wait, let me just get this out.
Right.
When I do talk to you calm, I'm being honest. I feel like it's when I come to you, sugar pie, honey bun is nothing. Like cricket. But when I do rah rah, oh, that excites me. Oh, you have told me that before. Oh, this excites me. This excites you? This is not me even acting in my natural state. Because I'm not no rah rah type of person.
I'm not gonna lie, I said don't. I'm
But
just,
you, oh, this
it's
excites
just,
me.
Babe,
it's just my
He said-
mentality.
He said that he enjoy when she's rah rah. He said he don't like if she go with him soft tone. Well, babe, we have a problem. He don't like that. He said he like when she come at him like, look, we got a problem. And rah 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 rah. That's what he basically do.
That's what he said. But that's not my natural. That's not me though. That's
It
not.
does.
who I
That's
am.
just when you.
So wait, let me just get this out to my viewers. Listen, if y'all, how many people out there? I'm just curious to know. Leave a comment in the chat. If you
I think
men,
it's the
especially if
making
you
up
around,
part that he
like
likes.
if you,
I'm thinking it's the real.
and a lot of people like the making up part.
I
Like a
think
lot of
that's what
people,
really
because you get
aroused
into
him.
you get into that conflict and y'all battling it out, and it's the best part is when everything is over with. It's crazy how that works. Once it's over with, it's like, oh man, it's like it's a new fresh start beginning
It
to the
just-
relationship.
I don't
Isn't
know.
it?
It's just an attitude for me in black women. Period.
So you like a woman with attitude.
I like a woman with an edge. Yes.
So you couldn't even date a white woman.
No, I don't even like white girls. Period. That ain't even crossed my
But
plate.
you're married, so we not even about to.
You say what you want to say.
Yeah, I heard
To
that.
everybody that know MPJ, y'all chill. She don't like that name. She don't like that name. MPJ dead. Yeah, he gone.
I'm happy
sorry,
that,
MPJ gone, y'all. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. Leave
He
him
ain't here
go.
no more.
Leave him
Yes,
go.
yes.
So that's good. This conversation was really good.
I think it just boils down to, me personally, I think I'm dealing with a lot more than just, trying to, just trying to hold it together, put it like that. As, as a man, trying to make sure I'm doing the best I can and doing better and being better so my sons can see that.
Good. And before we close out, because we're gonna be closing out, I just want to ask this one question. Because of course, there's a thing going around that causes conflict in relationships that I want to touch on a little bit. It's a 50-50 thing, right? So a lot of couples don't necessarily agree with the 50-50 thing. So if you get what I'm saying. So my question to you guys, where y'all at when it comes to the 50-50? Are y'all even on that path of the 50-50? If y'all agree or disagree with it. And if not, where are y'all at with with the percentage
50
thing.
mean like 50,
Like
50,
50-50
like
meaning,
split bills
you know,
and all
like
that.
how, yeah, you know, because, you know, that's been a thing going on the
It's
internet
like-
about
it's
people
like-
with 50-50.
It's
They
not
don't
50,
necessarily.
It's not 50-50 with us. It's more of, hey, babe, this is what I'm going to do. This is what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of, hey, babe, I got the rent this month. You take care of the car note, I'm taking care of rent.
We put
Hey,
our
babe,
finances
we
together.
put them together.
Right.
It's
We
not a
put them together,
50-50.
yeah.
It's not a 50-50 where, hey, I'm going to pay half of the
It's
rent.
100.
You pay half of the rent
Yeah.
or this and that. Hey, babe, I can't get the rent this month. You get the rent, I'm going to get the car notes and things and the insurance and all of that.
That's
hey,
good.
babe,
Yeah.
you do this, babe, I'm going to take care of this next week.
So it's basically like whoever had the most money at that time gonna take care of whatever it needs
Yes.
to be taken care of,
Or,
which
hey,
is
yes.
good. Or if
Yes.
you know,
Babe,
or
I'm
if
short
I can
on
have,
this.
if you short, then
Yeah, babe.
yeah, okay. So it's
Well,
like
you
that.
know what? I'm going to take care of the big bills, take care of all the minor bills.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's good.
That's how
Huh?
we do.
Because a lot of people,
No.
I don't know if y'all know about it, but a lot of people have an issue with
50-50,
that.
well,
You know,
you got to pay half for the rent and all
yeah,
that.
like they go half on everything. You know, they go half
in the
on
same
all the
household.
bills. They,
I would honestly say, like, when my husband was like really financially stable, when he was on the road,
was
I didn't
thinking-
have to want for anything.
All the bills
Right.
were
I
taken
ain't want.
care of.
I would honestly, I didn't want for nothing. I had anything I wanted, but I do thank God you are at home. It's not for you to go back on the road because we just had a baby. I would prefer for him to be home time.
home and y'all
To
figure
be
it out
at
together.
home, for us to figure it out together.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, because Jamie, you did mention you was a truck driver and you was over the road, so being gone. So I understand where you at, because that was a major
That was a
conflict.
major conflict.
I had to work
Just
6 weeks just to get 6 days off.
Wow.
Just
6
to come
days
on
off.
and like you missing a lot of.
So you
family
worked
time.
6 weeks and
6
will only
weeks.
come home how long?
6 days.
6 days and then you
One
out
day
on
off
the
every
weekend.
week you work.
Ooh.
So,
So me
all
being
those
a,
that think
a
about
driver
trucking,
as
that's-
well, I know exactly where
that's
he coming
harsh.
from, and I can never actually be in the
But for the
trucking
pay
world.
that you get, it's not really worth it.
Not anymore. No.
Not at all. If you own
That
your
when
own,
you have family.
if you own your own truck, that's cool. You can set your own schedule. That's fine because you own your own truck. You make the rules. But if you're working for a company, it doesn't work like that
Right.
at all.
Okay.
Your home time, if you got family, kids, and things like that, that job is basically a last resort.
Gotcha. And I agree with you because I'm where
That's
you
a
at with
last
that. That is
resort.
a last resort type of job. Yep. So, all right. Well, that is good. This was really good. So, you know, I don't know if my husband got anything he want to say.
This was a good episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode. So before we check out of this thing, is it anything you guys want to say to our viewers that's watching? Any last minute remarks that you want to say or ask us questions or anything, like just any last minute things y'all want to just get out?
I think last minute, I think communication is the key.
Mhm.
Basically, keep your circle tight.
Mhm.
Just allow those in your circle that you feel is going to add value.
Mhm.
If they don't add value, they're going to cause a conflict. Just talk it out. See what things go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Right.
The only thing you can do is communicate.
I would like to say definitely go to God first. When you or your spouse are having like problems, go to God first. Don't try to seek advice. Like pray on it first. And if you are seeking advice, make sure it's like with a ministry couple, making sure that it's with a Bible based somebody that's definitely gonna have that word of God, speaking life over your marriage and not death over your marriage. And definitely click like, subscribe, and comment, of course, to the Transformation Podcast.
Yes.
But I do have a question because I would love for us to come back. My uncle has a book out, The Broken Man, and I think that we should definitely start a marriage book club. There's a lot of things my husband has been talking about, not only because we newly married. I think it'll be good not just for us, but for our friends to actually come. Because we look at y'all like OGs, older, we'll come for y'all for guidance and stuff. But I definitely want to back into it. Look at my husband.
My wife just be wanting me to go everywhere around the world.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
I need to get home to my friends. Sonia and
I
Sonia
know
my
it. I
Xbox.
knew he was saying that. But we
Sonia and my
appreciate appreciate
So
you guys.
those are my two friends.
We appreciate you guys for rocking out with us. This was very, very good. So we was able to get a lot of information out. We were able to touch on a lot of subjects. So I'm thankful to have you guys here majorly. Like for real. I am. I'm thankful to have you guys here. And you know, Cora, I know me and you talk a lot, you know, about relationship stuff, and you know, you come to me, everybody. We just run it. Right? We run it. We
so
talk.
basically, the person that introduced us.
Yeah. So basically,
We
the
get to
person
sit
that
down
yeah.
with.
So yeah, I introduced you guys. So it's an honor to be able to kind of, you know, be that little cushion that you know that you can call on and
Go
talk
ahead and
to
get your
about
glue
stuff.
on and say,
Yeah,
yeah, I
it
hooked
feels
them
good.
up together. They've been together for 9 years. That's
Yes,
my work.
that is so good.
That's my work.
Yes,
Yes,
a
thank
beautiful
you.
family and
Thank
everything.
you.
So I'm honored to have y'all here, and I thank you guys. And of course, you know I love you guys together,
Thank you.
and I know you guys gonna be together for a lifetime.
Yeah, till death do us part.
Yes, so
Literally.
I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys, and thank you so much again for being here.
So, well,
You finished talking?
Yes, husband.
Cause you didn't talk the whole show. You didn't ever give a better chance to talk. So again, thank you guys for coming. This was absolutely wonderful as well as amazing. But as we close out, you both have two very important parts as it pertains to marriage and family. Marriage and family. Y'all had to apologize right now. You understand? Because I have an 8-year-old running through here. Raj! You too loud. He weighed 3 rums down and he's still loud. But anyway, as it pertains to marriage and family, communication is always the key. It is communication that will keep down conflict. It is communication that will keep the marriage flowing. Communication. It will keep down all conflict. And just like they said, love and marriage, love and marriage. You when you have marriage, you have the love in the marriage. Put God first. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not into your own understanding. Acknowledge Him in all of your ways. He's going to direct your path. But the reality is, so many people, they begin to put their trust in them. When conflict arises within the marriage, they get on a telephone and they call him and her. But instead of getting down and talking to him, because he have a solution to every problem. And so therefore, we started from the bottom, and now we're here. Let's not forget The Broken Man.
Yes.
Book number 4. This came out and it was released. The Broken Man, you understand? I'm holding it in my hand. I don't even have to hold it in my hand. I got it up on the screen. Y'all, let's not forget the audio copy. Go to Linktree, linktr.ee/Ramon Carter Sr. That will bring you to my Linktree account. Also, if you're on the Facebook, the social, Instagram, YouTube, there's a link in each and every last one of those bios that will bring you straight to the Linktree account. I can even hear shushing and everything as I am talking. Amen. So y'all have y'all wonderful, blessed, super fantastic day. Thank y'all for watching.
Sweet sounds, blessing.
Join the royal culture, it don't cost a thing. We rather give prayers to the Lord than give praise to some bling. We help relationships and fix your day and status. Come give a tune in to the podcast. We work like magic. I call that transformation. Transformation. Come watch this transformation. It's amazing. Call that transformation. Transformation. Tune into transformation. You'll feel amazing. Monday through Sunday, you know how we coming. Tune in when the moon out or tune in the morning when it's sunny. We can talk about God, we can talk about love, we can talk being funny. Tune in right now when you finna watching us, you gon' feel like money. I call that transformation, transformation. Call that transformation, it's amazing. Tune in to transformations, you feel amazing. Tune in to transformations.